and welcome to the League, exploring the League of Legends lore from A to Z. My name is Rebecca.
And I'm John.
My name is Mark.
Today we're talking about the Plague Rat Twitch, who was released May 1st, 2009. There was a 5 there, it's just my brain doubled it.
He was released in 2009? I don't believe it. Looking at this lore, I can't believe Twitch was released.
It's just
I call your
so beautiful and layered.
Robust.
A lot of
I think
developed, robust.
A lot of interconnected dependencies.
Literally, I didn't realize how many champions he was woven into seamlessly.
And on that note, I think it's worth mentioning we have a new unit of measure.
I couldn't. You should have seen my face when I opened up his bio on my phone. I like actually gasped. I was like, "Is this it?"
Did we find it?
You don't even have
the chosen one.
You don't have to scroll. You don't have to scroll.
Yeah,
I actually think there's a preview of the bio whenever you're on the universe page. I think the whole bio is in the preview of the universe page.
It's got one of those see more buttons that just doesn't take you anywhere.
It's not there.
Just break
it
the
just
link,
takes you
right?
to a bigger screen.
You've got so many broken links. Break that link.
You're right. Of all the links to break that one. We can just read the whole bio, although first we need to do our impressions.
Yes, we do.
Of Twitch.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who wants?
Did you want to go first? Go ahead.
Sure. I'll not do the obvious one, the one that we always do all the time whenever Twitch is in game. That's a good one. Aged like a fine egg.
Nice. He's one of the few I didn't have to look. I have so many of his lines in my head. He's just so vocal when you play against him.
Yeah, the VO and what is it? The VO and the visual update.
Really good.
Really made him way more than his
really
lore.
Okay. I'll be right under their noses.
I was hiding.
Yeah, that is the one we yell all the time whenever Twitch pops out.
That's really a testament to it. Like you said, it's like they knocked it out of the park. He's in the game. None of us play Twitch, really, but it's like everyone in the call is just constantly, I was hiding. It's just like...
And it doesn't have to be Twitch. Anyone with a stealth.
Oh, yeah. We will literally yell that. I'm going to want that back. That's another good one that I hear a lot.
There's a smell you can feel. I just...
Yeah.
I dealt it. It was me.
I almost did that one, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's just do this for the rest of the episode. We'll just go through all of the Twitch.
You probably get more about him than you do in his actual shit.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
There's more words. There's a higher word count in his quotes than his lore.
Oh, I mean, without a doubt. I think there's probably a higher word count in his short story. In his quotes and in his short story and bio. Which is all that's on the Riot Universe page, by the way. It's his... how many words bio? Who took it?
66. Execute.
Beating our previous high, or our previous low, rather, of Heimer at 80.
Okay, so here's the deal. They put a different paragraph in his bio sample.
Oh.
I didn't actually read
They're
it. Is
very
it very
similar,
different?
though.
It's not like a Shaco situation?
I don't think so.
No, because they call him a Zaunite.
Yeah.
Rat, which they don't even call him Zaunite in.
That's
all right,
true,
well, I'll
yeah.
read this one first. So, it's a Zaunite plague rat by birth, but a connoisseur of filth by passion. Twitch is not afraid to get his paws dirty. Aiming a chem-powered crossbow at the gilded heart of Piltover, he has vowed to show those in the city above just how filthy they really are. Always a sneaky sneak, when he's not rooting around in the sump, he's digging deep into other people's garbage for discarded treasures and perhaps a moldy sandwich.
That's
better than the
longer
bio.
and better than the bio.
Yes, this is his bio. A plague rat by birth, a connoisseur of filth by passion. They really like that line. Twitch is a paranoid and mutated rat that walks upright and roots through the dregs of Zaun for treasures only he truly values. Armed with a chem-powered crossbow, Twitch is not afraid to get his paws dirty as he builds a throne of refuse in his kingdom of filth, endlessly plotting the downfall of humanity. I like the idea more of him targeting Piltover for
Yeah.
sure. That's more interesting.
And attainable.
Yeah.
Sure.
No one knows who you are, Twitch. You can't kill all of humanity. Trust me. There's literally gods among you. It's.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It would be kind of funny if him. There's something funny about him like having this massive vendetta against like the above world, and no one even knows who he is or gives a shit about
Yeah.
him, right? You know,
Real
Even
pinky in the brain
Zaun. Even
situation.
Zaun doesn't even know who he is.
yeah, right. So I don't know. You know what? Any of it could be good, but you'd have to do something. It can't. You know, it's
Yeah.
just, it's just nothing. So it's like whatever, right?
I thought for sure his bio was going to be just kind of about a rat, you know, getting mixed up in some kind of chemicals and then becoming Twitch. I didn't think we were going to start with him being the big boy rat that
He's
he is.
just a rat, you know?
I mean, when you know what's funny
By
is when you. I was gonna say when you read his old bio, that is what it was, and you know, I mean, the old bio, if you excise the League of Legends part, kind of you could just use that. I don't know why they decided that we'll do this instead, and it's just gonna be nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, I really wanted like a Batman villain origin story. That's what
Right?
I thought it was going to be.
You know, who knows? Arcane Season 2 coming out next year.
I would fucking shit my pants
Yeah.
if Twitch. Why do I always say that's
I was
what I'm
gonna say, I
doing?
think there's like a number of things that if it happens in that season,
There are a number of things that I have to shit my
but
pants.
the response is
Man,
always the same.
someone's gonna show the receipt someday, and you're gonna have some real soiled pants.
Joke's
Oh,
on
man.
you. I don't need an excuse to shit my pants. Anyway, I would be weirdly excited if Twitch showed up in Arcane. I
Sure.
feel like.
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, it's like when you saw Heimer. It's like, because Arcane pretty grounded, you know, and very serious in its storytelling. So for them to try and take on such a weird and silly character, it's like, I trust them,
fun.
right? You know, like you
Yeah.
trust they're
Yeah,
gonna do it well.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, and he did cameo in the Echo game, and he got the Wild Rift release with like a little cinematic there too. So I mean, they haven't forgotten about him. He's gotten some recent, showcases.
I guess that's true.
Maybe
I mean, who knows? I know
maybe
people.
we'll see him.
I know people will talk about that rat in, you know, from like
in
yeah.
Singed Lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Could be. But like again, like that I don't know. I am the rat that I saw to me would not become Twitch because Twitch is way more funny than that rat that killed that cat. You know what I mean?
That rat wasn't funny at all.
No, it was
he didn't
barely-
tell one
He's-
joke.
He's not his full self yet. There was not a single fart joke the entire time he was on screen. What the hell?
What's the deal with the teas? There's like been so many fart and flatulence like jokes and things
You're
in the
right.
tea champions. What's up?
Yeah.
This is stinky. It's a stinky letter.
Yucky teas.
Oh fuck.
Tea for toots.
Do we
Yeah.
want to do the short story, I guess, or the
Sure,
color story?
sure. By
I didn't-
Connor Sheehy.
Oh, okay. I didn't. It's not credited on the universe page, and I didn't go look it up because I was.
For the record, the bio's not even credited on
Wiki? Wow.
One of the very few that has no accreditation on Wiki even.
I think you like. I don't know. If you can't clear 100 words, do you really deserve to get credited?
That's
JK. Somebody had to write those words. Somebody came up with that line that was so good, so nice they used it twice, right? But, I did like his short story, I will say, at the outset.
Yeah, me too. It's really funny.
It
Yeah.
was fun.
It's called "Do Not Engage," I think is what it's called, right? I'm gonna write it down. But it is fun. It's written in the framing of it's like an after action report or like a case report for. It's not from the Piltover enforcers or like police. It's from this organization called Hive, and it's like an acronym, right? Which I don't think this thing exists anymore. This was somebody had this idea once, and then it just like they never revisited it.
Then they realized they stole it from Resident Evil, and
You know what the weird thing is? And someone's going to correct me about this in the comments because I did not verify before I'm saying this right now. I feel like Hive is the place from the PsyOps AU.
Oh, really?
Where they were holding Sona. I think, I mean,
That sounds right, actually.
again,
But
this is spitballing off the dome. Did not look to verify this, so I could be wrong, but it sounds real familiar having to do with one of the AUs.
You would know it, so I trust you. I think you got
Ooh,
it
big
exactly
mistake.
correct.
huge.
But yeah, so it's like it's an investigation report, right? And what the report kind of includes is that there had been some explosion down in Zaun that had destroyed a factory. These Hive agents, officers, who knows? It's written as if they are like a police force, because they also mention interacting with private security, whatever. Went to investigate. They found various melted dead people, and essentially evidence of the whole explosion kind of being Twitch's fault. And they mentioned kind of having some survivors that they tried to get details from. One of them couldn't give any statement because their jaw and tongue had been melted off, and the other person who was completely like traumatic, freaking out, just saying, it's like, it's a rat, it's a giant rat. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, he had like a nose, or like, it's like, no, it was a rat, a literal giant rat. And then yeah, so essentially the report is like, hey, be on the lookout for Twitch. Distinguishing features is a giant walking rat.
That's what's funny, is it's written very dryly. It's written like a police report. So, it's good. It brings some humor to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of lines that work really well, given how dry it's written.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
I wrote
You can
down a
just
few
pick,
of my favorites.
sure, you
of
can just
course.
pick any sentence almost, and it's probably as great.
Team responded to report of suspicious character, criminal activity. Proceeded to Sumpworks, Sector 90TZ. Sector 90TZ, notably absent. Interviews with private security indicate urgent need for better private security. We also get to see a bunch of items that were recovered from this area, which is is believed to be Twitch's nest, and it's the reason he kind of attacked everyone. There were 57 waterlogged romance novels, completely illegible with edits made in crayon. 108 bottles unlabeled, possibly toxic runoff or discarded shampoo remnants. 200 pounds of chewing gum, possible installation art project.
Whatever he was making. Reminds me of the Arnold.
Yes,
like
right.
Helga's Arnold statue. Oh, gum.
And then one jar of toenails labeled by toe, finger, date, and mood. So, he, Mundo, and Trundle would really get along.
I think Mundo is the obvious run-in here with Twitch, if you're ever going to do anything.
I was thinking Singed, actually. I kind of like the idea of...
Yeah.
I like the idea of Twitch being kind of like maybe Singed sees Twitch, tries to experiment on him or gas him or something, and Twitch is just like, yes, but is completely unaffected. And maybe Twitch is like the go-between or middleman for Singed to get a hold of things that are hard to procure, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I guess Singed is a good permanent pairing. Mundo would be a funny one story. They bumped into each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's really funny. I they're interviewing one of the survivors, and they were talking about what they were doing at the whole operation. It's like, we were trying to find a way to turn human excrement into cost-effective baby food or something like that. Infant formula.
Oh my god, it was so dark.
And just so yeah, we're just innocent scientists here doing the Lord's work of turning poop into baby food. I don't know who could have a problem with it. And the funny thing is, the reason they had a problem with it was because that poop was bespoke.
Yeah, right. Twitch's juice. He's like, don't steal Twitch's juice.
Yes, John wrote it down. Nobody steals Twitch's juice.
Yeah, this was good. Connor, go back and write the bio.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, why
okay.
Yeah, put some character into it.
Well,
Also, I don't think I've ever seen this name before.
No, me neither.
No, it's probably a one and done. Probably like maybe I don't want to say intern, but like someone on the narrative team who was probably like an individual contributor, and then went on to go do actual job stuff. Not that being on the narrative team is not a job. That's a mean thing to say. I feel like they went on to do something else.
Mark's speaking his thoughts loud and fucking clear
We're really
here.
mean to authors this episode. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be, because because this is really good. I completely agree. This is great for a color story, frankly, because it's a little different, I guess, than so many of the other color stories, and it still kind of has that like Twitch has a really strong character voice, and it kind of carries through here, even though he's not really in it at all, really. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought for sure we were going to get like the point of view of some victim who bumps into Twitch, and maybe he'll say something and then he dies. That's what I thought we were going to get. So I was pleasantly surprised here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fun.
Top notch.
That's Canon Twitch, everybody.
That's Canon Twitch, guys.
Yeah, I do hope we see him somewhere. Convergence isn't canon, right?
It's not confirmed canon.
Okay.
It is before Song of Nunu,
Right.
so maybe
So
it's
they-
canon and maybe it's not.
I haven't played
Okay.
it yet anyway, so I don't even know. I don't even know like how
I'd
big
be-
of a cameo he has, right? Does he even show up,
Not
or is he just
big.
mentioned?
I don't even know.
Is he referenced in a
100%.
journal
Okay.
that you find somewhere?
Right. Well, I don't plan to play Convergence, but if it is confirmed canon lore, then I will.
My guess is
But-
that of all of the games and lore that gets retconned in the, everything before Nunu is question mark, my guess is Convergence is going to be up there.
Okay.
I find it hard to believe we're going to have long scale time travel as a canon thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Okay.
I don't know a lot about what's going on in Convergence. Whatever, I'll still play it. I'm still curious. I'm still very interested.
Yeah, I'll play it eventually.
There's a
It's
lot.
just not my style of game, so we're prioritizing
Yeah, me
Nunu,
either.
which is my style
Yeah.
of game.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
is canon, so.
And is canon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to try and open up discussion about what would you do with Twitch. I think we've already kind of talked through it, though. Like, you don't really need a lot for him. He stands enough on his own. He just kind of is a little goofy guy.
Yeah. He's not a main character.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I like your pairing with Singed a lot, that they kind of work together in a way.
I think that's
Because I
reflected
could see them. Yeah.
in his
His
VO. I was
quotes.
going to say, yeah. And I think Zach is one I saw too, which I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Zach's a big blob of goo. Sure. I don't know anything about Zach, but
Me neither, but he is a big blob of goo.
He's a big blob of goo.
that's all
Confirmed.
you need.
Twitch would love him. Twitch has a massive crush on Zach.
Who would want to be inside him and shit? I'm telling you.
This is my dream.
It's all muffled
I
because
am
he's in the goo.
insiding.
That's what I'm going to say during sex. And then that'll be the last time. Right. That'll be it.
Worth.
I don't know, you're married. All right, well, in a month, I'm going to ask Sarah if you...
Oh, if that happened, you'd hear that. I
You
think
wouldn't need to
That's
wait
true.
to ask
You're
Sarah.
right.
stabbed.
Sarah would tell me. She would be. We would be 3 glasses of wine, and she'd be like, "Oh my god!" So
Would you at least be like, okay, but it is like 10% John's fault, right? Like he put that idea in Mark's brain.
He sent him the Twitch goggles to wear. It's not.
I'm pretty sure I can pick those up at any Spirit Halloween store. Whatever generic steampunk goggles you got, those are the ones. Right?
all right. Well,
You guys want to hear about some old bio?
yeah, I'm curious. I also see he's in one Journal of Justice articles.
2.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see it. The second one's right. Okay.
The city-state of Zaun is a twisted realm of science and magic run amok. The air is choked with pollution from the countless factories and magic labs that spew waste into the sky. As polluted as the sky is in Zaun, its subterranean levels are far worse. The waste products of Zaun's many different scientific and magical endeavors have flowed together in its sewers, mixing into a toxic and mysterious concoction. Rising up from this alchemical nightmare is a single plague rat. Unlike his lesser-evolved cousins, Twitch, as he calls himself, can talk and read and interact with the world as well as any of the other sentient beings in Valoran. Twitch has come to the League of Legends to represent himself, the only one of his kind, on the fields of justice.
All right. Well, I don't love that explanation for him because it's like, why did this one rat mega evolve? I would need something better than that.
Sure. I mean, well, I mean, it's not like he had a lot going on in the old lore anyway. I feel like
No, he did not.
I feel like the version I read was a little bit more filled out. Like it talked about primarily him being insane. Like that was a really big point in it. Was it like he is this rat, but he's also certifiably nutso. So I don't know. It's and that like Zaun is actually like they really like him. They're like, oh yeah, he's our boy. Twitch.
I love that. I guess if like he
mascot.
goes after Piltover a bit, like they would love that about him.
That's true.
Sure.
That would be really funny.
Oh, okay. That's something I want. Is like there's like I feel like there's like cult stuff that goes on down in Zaun. You got Victor, you got Urgot. I want a cult of the rat, and I want a bunch of people who dressing up like rats and shit down in Zaun.
And they smell awful.
terrible.
Just absolutely terrible. Showering is like against
Yes.
bathing.
Creed.
Yeah. Like they're not allowed to
You
wash
push one
themselves.
into the
You must
water, and it's
collect-
like he starts freaking out because he's like, "Oh, I'm clean!
Oh, yeah.
Quick, throw dirt on me!"
Right? He's got to have some sort of like Mandalorian purification ritual.
where
Yes,
they dip them in mud.
I'm liking this. I like this idea. Oh man.
Yeah, and then he shows up in, a few Journal of Justice articles, really just kind of one, but Issue 10, The Mailbag of Justice. I'd like to address Rammus with this question. Rammus and Twitch intrigue me as lesser life forms, rude, that have become sentient. I was wondering if either of them have discussed their sentience with each other, and what their thoughts concerning one another are. So, Rammus is an armadillo of few words, so perhaps I can answer on his behalf. When he initially joined the League, Rammus gravitated towards Twitch as a similar character. Ultimately, he didn't find the Plague Rat much to his liking. While they're both animals that have become sentient, that is where any common ground ends. Remember that Rammus became sentient in the jungles of Kamungu, while Twitch is a byproduct of the sewers of Zaun. Twitch's cruel urban attitude displeased the armadillo. He's so urban.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave that one where it is.
And then issue 21, someone just mentions that Rammus evolved in a way that only Twitch could truly comprehend.
I find it funny
Twitch,
he only gets mentioned in reference to to Rammus.
right?
It's the only thing they could think about.
I don't even they don't feel similar to me at all, but I guess there's so many more champions out. And I do think of
Mysterious
Rammus as more
evolution.
of like a potentially a god. So,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Hey, Twitch could be a god if he applied himself.
Right?
This could be you,
He
Twitch.
needs better marketing. The thing about the old bio, it did remind me. So in the old bios, they would have other champions quoting about the champion a lot of the time, right? And Twitch's old one was Heimerdinger saying, well, Twitch is evidence that anything can happen on Runeterra. And it makes me think of like, yeah, anything can happen, old like lore writers. That's why you don't need Tarek to be from another fucking universe. You can have Twitch
Right.
be from Runeterra, and you can have who the fuck else be from Runeterra. You don't need to teleport everybody from other planes of existence. It's an open canvas, isn't it? I found that funny. The Twitch, they're like, this Gym Knight guy gotta be from another world. Twitch?
We're gonna have gems here.
Right. So, but hey, you know what? They figured that out eventually.
I thought it was funny that you said that because in the original version that I read, there's a different quote attributed.
Oh,
to
really?
Twitch.
Oh.
Yeah. A scholar once said, "Rats are notorious pests." Coincidentally, there's a puddle of poison shaped just like him.
That's funny.
I like how you're living like you're the one who wrote the joke and you're offended I didn't laugh at
Maybe
it.
he did write it. He's like, I'll just sneak this in. No one will know that this isn't the actual quote.
Sneaky, sneaky. Now, there's a few cinematics that he shows up in.
I can't wait to hear this.
One, obviously, we all know this one, the giant cinematic. There's a sticker of Kingpin Twitch's head on one of the walls. So, but then this other one actually features Twitch.
Oh.
So this is the Wild Rift, I believe.
Yeah.
Cinematic for Twitch when he got added to Wild Rift. It's basically we're in Twitch's lair, and he's giving us a tour of his sewer home.
That's delightful. I can't believe I've never seen this.
It's pretty cute. He shows us a lot of things he's saved. He's a fun and engaging host. He's having a great time. And he also kills us at the end with his crossbow.
Yeah. This one's
It's fun stuff, though.
It is fun. I remember thinking when I read the short story, I was like, man, Twitch being a cinematic, his VO and character are so much fun. So it was nice to see this. It is animated weirdly is the best way I can describe
Now
it.
I need to look at this.
Someone said
curious.
VTuber Twitch, and I thought that was kind of
I was gonna say it really made me
Oh.
think it gave real VTuber vibes for
It's like
sure.
AI created this video almost. Like, I mean, they didn't, I don't know. It's just something about. It's not like whatever. It's fine if that's something that gets us more cinematics. I'll take it. Whatever it is. It's obviously not the most full 3D type thing. But there's just something about it. It's a little uncanny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I thought the exact same thing. I was like, is this like did they rig up a VTube thing for this?
That
And
would
this
be
is just somebody speaking the lines behind the scenes.
I can't
It definitely looked like
find
that.
it.
It would be kind of funny
Put in
because
Legends of Runeterra Twitch.
they even
Look
call
for
it like
Sewer Tour.
oh, it's Wild Rift, not Lore.
Oh my god.
Well,
I'm an idiot.
they
Sorry,
even,
I
like-
confuse those two in my head.
It's fine. They even title it like Twitch chats, right? Like so I was like, okay, maybe they're making a joke like Twitch is a streamer or something almost, which I
Right.
would be kind of into, frankly, if
That'd
Twitch
be very good.
some
That would be really good.
that'd be, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was cute though.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's weirdly like.
Doesn't it look like VTuber?
Yes. It's not like a video.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like Flash animation. It kind of makes me think of like it's nicer
Why
than
is
that.
it in the. It's like. Why is it formatted like this?
Yeah, that I don't know either. I don't know what the.
Okay, it's not just me. It's like it's formatted for shorts or something.
Yes, yeah.
I think my guess, the way he comes off camera and on camera
Oh,
again. I
yeah.
wonder if this was released as multiple shorts.
I think so because they call
And
it
they
Twitch
just kind of
chats
put it together into a
compilation,
single
right?
video.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right.
we're figuring
This is
it
really
out.
good fucking podcast content right now, y'all.
Hey, we're figuring it
Well,
out.
you know,
right?
Sorry.
right when this conversation starts, just pull up the video and then you can experience it along with.
Right.
I turned it off. It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was-
But like I said, I'll take it if that's what it takes to get like more cinematics for other champions. Fuck it, I'll take it for sure.
Yeah, and if you did actually animate it by rigging up a Twitch VTuber, release that shit.
Yeah. I want to
know?
see. I want to see Twitch.
I wanna
just
see these
streaming
avatars,
on,
know?
on Twitch and shit. Right? Like,
Oh my,
my
god,
God.
that would be so funny.
Imagine if at Worlds all of the casters were,
Were Twitch.
VTube avatars of various characters. It'd be so good.
I mean,
No,
I,
don't replace our casters.
I don't know if "good's" the word I would use to describe it. It would be interesting.
For like an April Fool's thing, that would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Maybe not for the World Finals.
This is it. This is
The pinnacle.
right.
I have a few quotes here that are kind of references to things. His select quote, "What doesn't kill you just isn't finished yet."
Just a great quote.
Likely a Nietzsche reference, or if you prescribe to this school of thought, a Kelly Clarkson reference.
Yeah, definitely that one.
I don't know why they do this on the
Doesn't
wiki.
kill you, makes you stronger.
I don't know
A
why.
little harder.
Oh man.
He has a quote to Singed. "I have this uncontrollable urge to follow you, and I see why everyone chases you."
Yeah, I do like the idea that he's just drawn to that singe stink.
And he's got a quote that says,
I hear you're trash. Bow before your king.
which likely a double lift reference for that time he said that everyone else
Oh.
is trash, which is strengthened by the fact that in the Brazilian one, the quote is different. And in the Brazilian translation, the quote says, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it translates to "respect the rat," which is something that the ex-pro BRTT said, who was basically, made famous by his Twitch play.
Neat.
And he always used to yell, "Respect the rat."
Nice.
Did he yell "respect the
Yeah.
rat" or just "respect"? I thought he just yelled "respect." And then they
Respect while playing the rat, you know?
Okay, I guess that's fair. That's cool though.
Yeah. And all pipes lead to home. It's likely a reference to the old saying, "All roads lead to Rome," which I like the play on. And what's sharing? A little plankton reference from SpongeBob.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Them's his quotes.
F is for friends who do stuff together. I think that's the episode they're talking about.
Yeah, I think so. You know what's interesting about...
Sounds good to me.
You know what's interesting about his VO is he doesn't have a ton of quotes. I think that's why we have them all in our heads, is because it's not like I think it just speaks to, like, you don't have to have a really 200 quotes. You don't have to be Jin. If the voice is really strong and the character comes through really strong, then, like, that's all you need, really. So...
Because, like, don't get me wrong, I love all of when they do put a champion that's got, like, a million quotes and a ton of interactions with certain characters. Like, I love reading through it. When I'm playing that character, I'm not going to hear 99% of them
that's
ever.
True. Yeah.
I don't want them to not do that just because I love looking at this shit behind the scenes. But, yeah, like, the average player is never going to encounter the majority of those quotes. Whereas, Twitch, you can play one game with them, hear all of them, and be like, yeah.
For sure. Right.
And they're short enough that they don't get old like Ash's quotes do.
God, you leave the fountain, she tells you a fucking story.
I like to settle down, get a nice cup of tea, and get storytelling done by Ash. Yeah.
Teach me about Avarosa, Frost Mommy.
Anyway.
It's got some AUs. We got a Crime City Nightmare. Just your average bottomless pit of scum and villainy. Bosses vie for power, pacts are made and broken, friendships meet their end at the edge of twisted, subtle knives. And yet, there's something more to this city. Something undiscovered, imperceptible, something infinite. Is Crime City Twitch. Deeply violent and severely paranoid, Twitch runs one of the largest crime syndicates in the nation. His orders are carried out by a literal army of rat men, the only creatures he ever comes close to trusting.
Did they change the description for this AU?
I think
so, but I think there's so the thing is there are 2 or 3 AUs that fall under the umbrella of this one.
Okay.
So I think the
is this like the
some of the
this
other
is like
ones.
Kingpin, right? They got, like, is it right? Am I wrong? Is this like what Kingpin became?
Yes, I believe so. Oh wait, no, actually there is a separate Kingpin one I feel like in an area that you would not expect.
Okay. I stand corrected.
This is
Don't
Mafia
worry about it.
Twitch.
Yeah, this is old Mafia Twitch, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Gotcha.
And then we've got The Grind, Cops and Robbers, which we talked about in the Trundle episode. Nobody puts in the work like the Piltover Police Department. Who else can lock up the most sugar-laden donuts inside their merciless stomachs, rack up the highest of overtimes, and ignore even the most menial of paperwork? The criminals may be taking advantage of it, but even they wish they had the same work ethic. This is Pickpocket Twitch, who doesn't technically have any lore, but he is part of the short story, The Heist. This is the one where Volbear and Trundle are trying to catch Twitch and Evelyn, but, they're really, really bad at it. Eventually they accidentally catch them while playing around randomly with some pink wards, but they accidentally lose them again after capturing them. So, classic capers.
This is like the Sly Cooper one, right?
Yeah, this is the one that was clearly fashioned after Sly Cooper.
Very good.
Then we've got War is Heck, Omega Squad. When the war came, Omega Squad was sent to end it. Now only one of them remains, a yordle with no battles left to fight but his own. This is Omega Squad Twitch, who is the squad medic and deranged lunatic. Twitch has been deeply and irreversibly affected by war. It's been a long time since he was a competent medical professional, as he no longer abides by the adage to do no harm. What he lacks in hygiene, he makes up for in body count.
There's a lot I like about this. He's holding a knife with his tail, which is just great. And I like the idea that it's just in the game. He doesn't use a knife at any point. And then Teemo's fucking face in the background of this one is fantastic.
I gotta look at this one. I forgot about the fucking knife tail. That is a great detail, honestly. Detail. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That's just lovely.
Next up we got Rift Quest. Danger lurks in the land of Runeterra. Powerful monsters, dastardly sorcerers, and mythical creatures roam unchecked. Gather your friends and create your own adventure for 3 to 5 players, vanquishing evil with each roll of the die. Do you have what it takes to save the world and become a legend of Rift Quest? This is Twitch Shadowfoot. An extremely aggravating presence, both in-game and at the table. Twitch Shadowfoot is the adorable Rift Quest counterpart to the actual Twitch, who is insane. Unsurprisingly, the cuddly Ratman rogue spends nearly every turn stealing his companion's equipment, mumbling of vast conspiracies to overthrow him from his toilet kingdom. And fun fact on this one, he's the sworn brother of Talon Blackwood.
Well, that's neat. This skin
I love
is
his
so
voice with the skin.
It's so
so
good.
Yeah.
He has great skins. Like I was looking
does.
through him, I was like, man, he has so many good fucking skins. Actually,
Yeah, he was... There are probably other ones, but in my mind, he was the best recipient of a visual update.
yeah.
They nailed all of his shit.
Yeah.
It's God. At some point we should stack them up and try and rank them out because I
Ooh,
offhand
that'd be
agree,
fun.
but I start thinking about other ones like Urgot. I think like Urgot. Remember old Urgot? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that was huge.
You think about it, yeah.
So are we doing this over Thanksgiving?
Yeah, maybe.
Next up, we got Dragon World,
I didn't realize he had this.
right? Twice did Dragonfire consume the world. Twice from the embers were heroes born. This is Dragon Slayer Twitch, a lesser dragon who has learned to blend in among humans. Poorly. Twitch worships the true dragons and plans to one day become one himself, though he isn't sure how just yet. So he's basically a kobold in this AU, trying to be a dragon.
Oh,
That's cute.
That's cute.
Like, he has a high noon skin?
Not just that. He's a big player.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen this one. I mean, it's pretty new.
But we're going to jump around.
Okay.
To Ages of Runeterra,
Oh, sorry.
Bilgewater, Burning Tides. Welcome to Bilgewater, where fortunes are made at the end of a gun. Anything you might need can be found on the slaughter docks, whether that be some hired hands, sea monster stew, or the captain who will send you to your watery grave. And this one is Kingpin Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Many in Bilgewater get called a filthy rat, but none deserve the title more than the Kingpin himself. While other crime bosses in the port city loathe to get their hands dirty, Twitch revels in wading into the filth himself, crossbow in hand and a finely aged egg in his pocket.
Him and Jax, man, they should hang out. Maybe Jax would be like,
I was thinking him and Frank Reynolds somewhere.
you mean Rise?
Wow, really
Okay,
birds of
yeah.
a feather.
Right.
Next up is Winter Sports. When the Winter Sports Festival in question relaxed its rules, many assumed the event would become more exciting, but few realized just how dangerous it would become. Dangerously exciting, that is.
I don't think I've seen the update of this one before. This splash is fantastic.
Better than it was, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This one's Whistler Village Twitch. Whistler Village is an idyllic mountain hamlet known for spiced cocoa, competitive winter sports, and rumors of an insane man-rat living in the woods. Attempts to appease the creature with spiced cocoa and competitive winter sports have been unsuccessful. Next up we got Highway Heretics and Vandals. The Vandals loom large over the wastelands. They are a gang of violent thugs, prone to mass destruction, brutal beatdowns, and wanton murder. But they sure have a good time doing it. This one's Vandal Twitch. An irradiated humanoid rat with an appetite for wanton collateral damage, Twitch is the #1 provider of putrefied nuclear slime grenades to unsuspecting settlements everywhere. Equal parts audacious and paranoid, it is nearly impossible to stop his reckless rampages.
This part of the explosion looks like a dick. Look.
Let me see.
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Okay, alright.
I'm
Don't me.
okay.
It's a little blue for my taste, but
I'm looking.
Blue?
Yeah.
It's not blue at all. It's red.
no, dick humor's a little.
Is it the part that's on the far left that's like right above the spike?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hey, there
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a dick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun fact: there's a dick in Twitch's.
Listener, pull up the Splash. You can play at home. It's like Where's Waldo, but it's way worse.
Do you have an old VHS copy of The Little Mermaid? Because I'm going to blow your mind.
Where's Dildo? We got Snowdown Winter Wonder.
That was the first time I've
I'm
seen
back.
Mark facepalm from something he said before.
That can't be true.
No, absolutely not.
He probably did before we did video.
I suppose that's fair.
Within the magical Winterlands, the Poro King reigns supreme, spreading joy and merriment to all his court. Even as others work to usurp the king, all share a common love for winter's wonders. This is Ice King Twitch. Twitch is a bitter, hateful creature who has jealously watched the Winterlands from his frozen burrow since time immemorial. Finally, driven to the surface by twisted delusions of grandeur, he now seeks to usurp the Poro King, corrupting his subjects with an ancient, icy curse.
So he's kind of like the Grinch.
Kind of like the Grinch.
Grinch adjacent.
There's this...
Yeah.
There's a cinematic for this called The Day Before Snowdown.
Oh.
This is the one where the Poro King calls upon Nico to defeat the Ice Rat. So she finds several allies along the way, Master Yi, Soraka, and Mundo, and then they fight Twitch, and they manage to turn foe into friend.
His heart grew 3 sizes.
And then the Poro King comes out and insists that was his plan all along.
Oh.
And Soraka was like, well then, why did you have us fight him at all? And then he was like, ooh, look at the time, gotta go. And then they ask why KDA Akali is there, because for some reason she's also there in the background just dancing for no reason. And he's like, oh, no, I really must go, and disappears.
What the fuck?
It's real weird.
Yeah. It's that.
But
They
it was
really
fun.
were pushing KDA at the time.
Yeah, right. It's that random humor that the kids like, you know.
From 2018.
Yeah.
I'm a spork.
I've got ye old medieval. Hark, ye knights and knaves, for these lands are under the royal protection of the king and queen. Make way! Make way! This is medieval Twitch. An assassin for hire, living beneath dread fortress Zaun, Twitch is a disgusting malefactor who has tipped every one of his killing implements in moist, toxic garbage. He excitedly awaits each contract, eager to kill, steal, and destroy as much as he can.
I thought they were going for like a kill steal joke there. To kill, steal, and kill steal. I don't know, something like that. Right?
Would have been good. Missed opportunities. Now, fun fact about this skin. This was conceived by Grez and Greyrear Wolfwood, who were... This was like to celebrate both of them being the first 2 people to hit 350 friend referrals for the Refer a Friend program.
Oh, yeah.
So he and Grey Warwick used to only be obtainable through Refer a Friend. But since it was discontinued in 2015, they can now be obtained exclusively through level 5 honor capsules.
I know that's how they did it now. I did remember the Refer a Friend. Man.
Yeah. What a wild time that was.
Yeah.
Do you remember, this is tangent time, did you ever read any Control-Alt-Delete back in the day?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, sure, to a degree.
The author of that one, Tim Buckley, did the Refer a Friend program, and obviously he's got a huge following, so he fucking crushed it. And one of the prizes at the time was if you get enough referrals,
Oh, fuck, I do remember
you
this.
can design
Yes.
a champion.
I remember this.
And so he had so many comics leading up to, after he passed the threshold, he wrote a bunch of comics about how excited he was to create a champion. He was like theory crafting like a land shark. This was before Rek'Sai, for the record.
This was like sharktopus type situation. It's like an actual shark with crab legs or something like that. Something like a Junji Ito comic or something like that, right?
Something kind of ridiculous looking for sure. And he was so excited. And then, in case you didn't know, that prize was shall we say, misleadingly named.
That was a hey.
You got-
No one's ever gonna get this, right? Don't need to worry about this, right?
Now, what you actually got to do is go to the office and kind of sit in on a champion ideation session, and maybe throw out some ideas, but there was absolutely no obligation that they would make the champion you designed or anything like that. He was bummed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Well, you know, whatever. They got their referrals.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Do you think? I mean, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't want to talk about it too much. I was gonna say, do you think if he had a more reasonable idea or something a little more, I don't know. I have no idea what went on in those conversations. I don't want to
Me neither.
theorize.
Maybe
Yeah.
though. Who knows? I mean, maybe they did take that concept and turn it into Rek'Sai. Who knows?
Sure. Yeah.
Next up, we got the last one, High Noon. Gunslingers and lawmen ride beneath the merciless sun of the high frontier, chasing survival and salvation in equal measure. Heaven is rubble, hell is empty, and the devils are here. This is High Noon Twitch. Now, Twitch is the fifth harbinger of doom. It starts like this. An ill wind blows across the desert. Desiccated rats turn up in the street, rotting under the hot sun. Then the traveling undertaker arrives. No one knows who or what he is, nor where he hails from, but it seems even death has a bone to pick with the king of the sulfur rail. Another harbinger arrives. So he is essentially like death in this one.
That's
He's got like the
cool.
4 horsemen, and then
Whoa.
he's death.
That's cool. I do like the idea that like some guy at least has like, Twitch is coming. Like, well, hey, you know, dead rats. They put out there's just a bunch of dead fucking rats everywhere. I'm going to the basement. I'm gonna ride this storm out.
Right. Either Twitch is coming or it's time for the annual High Noon Feast.
Everyone comes out with forks, just racing for the dead rats.
He shows up like, I'm here to... Oh, God, what is
What
it?
the fuck? Holy shit!
No, I'm out. I'm out.
Fuck this town. Y'all are already in hell, clearly.
Holy shit, that's so funny. Oh my god.
Really picturing it like a carnival the way he said it. They call it a rat race. There's bibs for it.
Holy shit. That's very fucking funny. Oh my god.
There's a short story for this, kind of.
Okay.
This
If
is,
it's not what we just talked about, then I don't care.
bad news. This is actually that Talon story,
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
where he's just kind of sharing the story of the Harbingers. But
Yeah.
we find this out about Twitch. The final Harbinger walks with death as his side, a specter sowing decay with every step. He harvests the living crop of man, reaping souls to carry beyond the bounds of heaven and hell into an unknown country.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Rat country.
Rat country. I got some fun facts for you.
Okay.
Alright.
Twitch is voiced by the late Doug Boyd.
Aw.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I don't, from what I could tell, the voice actor for the Wild Rift chat shorts is unknown.
Well, you did great
Yeah,
job,
did a
boy.
great
Thank
fucking
you.
job.
During development, he was called Teak.
Teak.
Ooh. I like it.
And I have to look this up too, but that also sounds familiar in a way that I think there's a scrapped champion named Teak.
Not really.
I'll have to double check that. But with the reveal of Shimmer-dosed rats in Arcane, some have speculated that Shimmer may be how Twitch is brought into the modern lore.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah, if you're
Even
gonna
if it's not that rat.
Yeah, if it's not that rat,
know.
he's still like,
There's
an
still a-
advanced version of that one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Something
a
like
lot
that.
of Shimmer down there.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a lot of shimmer in those pipes. That's what he sounded like.
And finally, Samsung White Twitch's recall animation references Imp rolling around on the grass at the Seoul World Cup Stadium.
Adorable.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got.
Well, that's Twitch. We're going to be under an hour today. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Hey. Any final thoughts while John
Let's just
finishes
say-
his eggnog margarita?
No, I got nothing.
Eggarita.
Yeah, I think that really sums it up, honestly.
That's it. Eggarita. Eggarita Twitch. Coming soon. This is Easter skin.
Sure.
I'd
Fuck
buy
it.
Well, that was Twitch. Thank you for listening. We have a Twitter. It's at Loreheads. And we have a YouTube. I usually do Twitch after that. That fucked me up. We have a Twitch. Twitch.tv/Loreheads. It's not nearly as stinky as the name implies. Unless John is
Sometimes our
streaming.
gameplay is.
Oh my god. No. Yeah, if I'm watching or if I'm playing. John streams on Saturday. He does TFT and ARMs with viewers. And then we'll do some Rift games together with some friends on Mondays. And then I'll stream badly. Don't make fun of me. I'm not good at the game.
Be nice, please.
Be nice. I do my best. Yeah, and we post videos of this on YouTube if you want to see John's eggarita. And he does shorts on there as well. Little clips and stuff. We have a Discord if you want to find some people to league with, chat about the lore, post weird memes. Please join the Discord. And we also have a Patreon. We're going to be getting together soon, coming up with new Patreon content. We always do Thanksgiving together, so I assume that's when we'll sit down and hammer out some new Patreon content. Yeah, I'll be excited. Thank you so much to all of our patrons.
But a very special thank you to our Medarda tier patrons. Big Man Gnomes, King of Hearts, Mr. Dead, Alistar X Mark Fanfic, and John Has a Dig Bick. If you guys were scientists trying to find ways to turn poop into baby food, I would protect you from Twitch's wrath.
Nice.
Thank
We
you.
wouldn't give it to our baby, though.
No.
Because you don't want to
Sorry.
like deprive the other babies.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
other babies need it
Yeah.
more, I think.
She doesn't drink formula anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say, yeah.
yeah.
Depending on how hard the poop is, she doesn't eat solids either.
She's not
so.
great at solids. She's really bad at
I
it.
can't stress enough.
If you make a yogurt,
Sure, yeah, fuck it.
but with that, friends, we're done with the tease.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please join us next week as we talk about the Spirit Walker, Udir.